Good afternoon, and welcome to episode 49 of Game of Rugs. We have some score reviews. I have a room waiting to go in that is interesting and that I'm sort of excited about, and I'm not sure why. And so we'll do some voting to send that up. And then we'll see how we're doing and if the whole lavender thing is over. I forgot to get my daily reward. I almost forgot to do the daily. I'm in the middle of a project at work, so it's all been a little distracted, and I have not done a ton of submissions. Having said that, I'm not mad keen on the rooms that are available right now, so maybe we'll go take a look at some of those challenges and bitch about them. Well, I liked this room. Pardon me. Why did more people not like this room? I like this chair. I'm not complaining about that. And a nail head item is always useful because they turn up in requirements. Fill with 37,000 nail head items. I really like this room, actually. Okay, all these other rooms are yellow. Okay. These are all remarkably similar, and by remarkably similar, I mean remarkably similar to one another and also mine, except for this one, which is very something. Very, excuse me, unique. Let's say it's unique. It's very unique. Also, it has a strong color theme. Both those rooms have strong color themes. I mean, in no way am I complaining about the people who got fives. And I'm not saying I should have gotten a five. I just don't understand the difference between the ones that... Do you know what? I just really like this room. And so I'm just being whiny pants about it. When in fact, this is a good score. 4.48 is a good score. It's a nice room. I want a good thing. I got nothing to bitch about. So, there. We're going to move on with our lives. Swiss blocked. Oh. Okay, very surprising. I was not even sure that this room was going to score above a 4, simply for the reason that the past couple of challenges have been very competitive, and this had nothing to do with the purple thing going on, and it used no limited edition bundle items, and it used those 2 new chairs, which I love and which go with nothing. I wish I had a tan couch and I didn't use it, so this must have done something about the requirements. But I did like this room. I just didn't think anybody else would. It doesn't feel like a very design-homey room. And we won that. Which, sure. I have no feelings about that piece of furniture. I wouldn't buy it, but and lots of people went with gray. These are pretty. Okay. That's really nice. That's much nicer than mine. I guess purple wasn't out. We were still in green. That's very pretty too. I really like it when I don't get a 5. Oops, sorry. I really like it when I don't get a 5, and then I look at the rooms that did get 5s, and I really admire them. Like, I really like this room. That is beautifully designed. All of these rooms that I'm looking at here really deserved their 5s. Yeah, so it's okay. Obviously, it is frustrating to get a score that approaches a 5 and just falls short. But what can you do? Tranquil and Melbourne. Ooh! Ouch! Oof. 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 Okay. Well, I am not upset because I think I just filled this room to get the $500 and it's fugly. But still, my goodness. Are there, see, we're going to look at these rooms that are obviously less fugly because they got 5s, but I'm not going to like any of them because I don't like the purple decor, and I hate the drapes, I hate the set, and I hate the bundles they gave us to go with this set that they clearly wanted us to use, and which I refused to use because I refused to buy them because did I mention they're ugly? So congratulations to every single person who was able to climb in and like be as one with this aesthetic, because you are a bigger woman than I am. So congratulations to all of you. A lovely lake house. I was on such a yellow kick that week. I just loved yellow. And I was super excited about it was weird. I started out not liking the yellow decor and being all about the sage decor, but then I did find a couple of pieces of yellow decor that I liked and thought were fun, and then I was all about it, just with those few pieces. I also really liked this room, and I thought it was very nicely coordinated because not only did I have the full set of yellow matched furniture, the coffee table matches the console table, which matches the side table, which is a really nice and very expensive side table. And I thought the bamboo looked nice in here. So I'm not complaining too hard because that's not a terrible score. And we did win this nice thing. So everybody did what I did, but nicer? I think my feelings are a little hurt. I'm not keen on the black. Should I maybe have used that rug instead? I don't think so. Every once in a while, you just feel like you're really far up your own arse because you look at your room and you look at the rooms that got 5s and you think in your heart of hearts, I like my room better. So I'm okay with that. But I do. I just like this room. So, and that's a good score. And I won a nice shelf. So I don't mind that I didn't get a 5. And I don't like the rooms that did as much as this one. What are you going to do? Countryside cuisine. Oh, okay. Well, interestingly, this leads us to our next topic, which is that sometimes you just put rooms together for your own enjoyment. I knew that this room was not going to do spectacularly. I just had a whim, and I really liked the purples and the greens together, and so that's what I went with. And even though the score is lousy, I have no regrets. This room needs to please no one but me, and it does that. And I won a cabinet that is useful, and I am genuinely curious to see the rooms that got 5s. Now, see, that's very nicely designed. Very full. And then you have rooms like this, which this is not a criticism, but there's a level of predictability where It's during a series. We have the bundles. The challenge is a big challenge, and you know that there are people who are simply going to go to the store, buy all of the matched stuff, and very delicately vomit it into the room. And that is not my favorite. I just don't think it's interesting. If And I used to play the sister game for this. I played Covet Fashion for about 3 weeks, and that's why I ultimately left. All the winners were the same. It was Clone Wars. And it's definitely nowhere near that in Design Home, which is something I really appreciate, but it's also why I notice when there are basically bundle drops into rooms, and why I notice and cheer for rooms that when we have a set of fives and they're all different, because that is not always the way it works. I did not know you got this at level 31. You get a charcuterie board. So cute. Look at the grapes. Oh my God. That's adorable. That's just such a cute thing to put on those tables. There's lots of cute stuff in there. So anyway, there were a couple of bundle dumps, and but there were some rooms that were not. There were some rooms that just took a different approach, and that's nice to see. Okay, which brings us to the only room I have going on, which is this one. I did like the room, and then I put together a room inside it to please no one but myself. I have no idea how this is going to score. I don't really mind either way. It's not, I just like this room. I'm not jumping up and down and going, oh my God, this is the best room I've ever designed, because it isn't. But for some reason, it just pleases me. And so I am looking forward to submitting it. Now, if you've hung out with me before, the next sentence is not going to surprise you, but I'm not really sure about the lamp. I have these other lamps. Okay, not that one. That's the one I'm currently using. That's the one I'd like to use if the lampshade were a shade of blue, which is not a thing you can buy. White is terrible. That lamp is terrible in everywhere. That's weird. That would be better with different color legs. We can't use black. And that would be perfect if it had wooden legs, but it doesn't. It has silver legs. Floor lamps. Color. Is off-white a color? Let's see what we have. Nothing. We have nothing. Which is, okay, maybe they're calling it beige? Color. Beige is not, oh yes, beige. Well, okay, the one I have is beige. But are there other ones with better? No. I have no better beige options. What about that? Is that better? What about that? That's quite, I mean, it's a piece of furniture. I like that. Okay, let's do that. So we're going to submit this room And so in order to do that, I believe we're going to need to do some voting. We did not need to do some voting. Why does this always... I'm always like, we'll do some voting and submit the room, and I get it wrong, and we don't have to do some voting. All right, well, let us look at some voting anyway, just so we can talk about somebody other than me for a change. Oof. This is not a good round of voting. I'll find you a better one and come back. Okay, let's try this one instead. I do like voting on dining rooms. I feel like I'm not very good at them, but I do really like them, so I enjoy seeing what other people have done with them, and sometimes it's great. I really admire this room because this person has been able to take the rug of vomit and mold and make it look decent. And you know what? There's a skill in that must not be underrated. So I'm pretty inclined to vote for that one. And I just don't feel like there's anything special going on the bottom. There's no texture to any of this. So let's vote for the room on the top. Excuse me. The room on the bottom has no rug, which is sad. The room on the top does have a rug, and it's a rug that I personally like. It goes with 4 out of 6 of these chairs. The 4 chairs then go with the other 2 chairs, which I also have. I bought them because I loved them, and then I realized I was never going to be able to use them for anything ever. And the rug and the dining room table does go with the art on the left over the sideboard. I am very unclear what's going on with the clock. It doesn't seem to go with the design aesthetic of the rest of the room, but we're going to vote for that one anyway. Oh, okay. So, the room on the top is using the vomit rug, and it's using French chairs. Let's take a look at these chairs. Are they what I think they are? Yeah, okay, those are gilded French chairs. And I know that it's a French table. It is, however, a farmhouse dining table, and those two things do not go together just because they're white. So this would really have been better with a table with gilded legs or gilded in some way. And it does not go with the sideboard on the left, although it does go with the console on the right. And the art, not so much the art either. Whereas, so the room on the top has a lot of nice pieces, but they're not congruent. They're not having a conversation with each other. Whereas this room, while we did just talk about opening a pack and vomiting it into the room, this is a very elegant spew. And I love that this person has used proper armchairs for the ends of the table and the coordinating chairs for the side chairs. This room is just beautiful. The green rug is a little much for me, but arguably the green rug is also the thing that pulls it together. So I'm not going to make a big deal about that. But yeah. So there's loads in the current limited edition bundle, but it's a good job. Well, the room on the top has no rug. It does have nice chairs. It has nice chairs and also my favorite dining table. But it has no rug. And the room on the bottom is not, thrilling. It's not going to like light my world on fire, but it's nice. And it has all the things. Ah. The room on the bottom is burgundy and blue, which I refuse to accept is a thing. It's not a thing. And the room on the top is using a great rug for the table. The side chairs go beautifully with the table and the rug, and the end chairs don't, but what are you going to do? And most of the rest of it seems fine. And, good job, Camilla. And that's it, really. I wonder if any of these are amazing. No, these are the 9th time I voted on these, and they're all awful. It's really quite painful. There's no need to subject any of us to that kind of trauma. So that is it. It's a brief episode at the end of a long day, but I actually enjoyed submitting that room of mine that I put together simply for my own enjoyment, and I liked seeing some of the rooms in my scores that made me happy, regardless of how they scored. And it's nice to know that I'm still pleased with them and not disappointed in them, even if they didn't score very well. I hope your scores were really good. And if you enjoyed this episode, please give it a thumbs up. And if you would like to see more episodes of Game of Rugs, please become a subscriber. I'd love to have you. Thanks.